G'day, Starlo here, and welcome to another episode of the Fishing Hub. And it's a rather special episode tonight because all around the country restrictions are lifting and we're finally able to travel again. Not completely freely, but in a lot of areas we can go back to those favourite fishing spots that some of us haven't visited for 18 months or even close to 2 years. So it's a very special show, and for that reason we've decided to call it On the Road Again, because that's what a lot of us are doing, getting back on the road again and going fishing, which is pretty exciting. One of the things that I really look forward to at this time of year, spring sliding towards summer, is chasing bass and estuary perch in our coastal rivers from my kayak. And it's something that I've been able to do through most of lockdown, which has been great. But now I'll be able to go further afield, fish some other rivers on the north coast of New South Wales or whatever. But I thought I'd just have a look back at a piece that I put together for YouTube a couple of years ago about the kind of kayak fishing that I do for bass right here in my own backyard on the far south coast of New South Wales. I really hope you enjoy this clip. I'm back in my happy place again, pedalling my native watercraft kayak up a gorgeous coastal river on the south coast of New South Wales. Every bass season's different, and each one seems to throw up a new go-to lure choice for me. This year I must say that I'm absolutely smitten with these hell yeah chatterbaits. There's just something about them that seems to push the buttons of my local bass. It could simply be that they haven't seen them before. It also helps that they're fairly snag resistant. But no matter how much confidence I have in any lure, I always test swim it to make sure it's doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. Lure choice is one thing, but where you put that lure and how you fish it is even more important. For wild river bass during daylight hours, that means as tight to cover as you can get it. You need to probe every shadowy nook and cranny. I'm loving this Miller Rod's Switch Freak rod too. I also like to get the lure to the bottom to start with and pause a few times during each retrieve to keep it running deep. If you keep working away like this, you'll eventually strike pay dirt, and this lay-down log is just calling out to me. I've got a good feeling about it.
Oh, yep. Oh, good fish. Oh. Lovely fish. Oh, it's giving me some. Oh, what a beauty. Oh, a particularly big one. Not a bad fish. Gorgeous. Low 40s fish, 41, something like that. Just beautiful. Alright, let's get a big one.
You need to put the time in, make plenty of accurate casts and cover lots of water for daytime bass, but the rewards are worth it, and the places that this fishing takes you into are pretty special too. As the shadows slowly lengthen and the sun sinks lower in the sky, prospects of success increase. Everything in nature is becoming more active now, and it's fascinating to see this young fox cub venturing out of its den. It has no idea I'm there at first, but eventually twigs to me and scampers off, though not before pausing for one last look back.
Got him. Oh, all right. I've got to get past this snag. No, he's only a little fish. Oh, you know what? How's that? That's a flathead. Above rapids in drinkable fresh water. Amazing. Bass one cast, flathead the next. Love it. Off you go, mate. Straighten everything out. Check the leader. All good.
I'm expecting the action to ramp up now, but I know they won't all necessarily be big fish either. Healthy rivers like this contain a mix of sizes.
Cheeky little bugger. Hit like a real one. Gorgeous dark fish. You've been up here for a while, haven't you? That's a lovely fish.
Sometimes a bass grabs the lure as it sinks, and this one has me straight back into the timber. I'm in serious strife here.
Don't know if he's still there or not. Yep, I think he is. Got him off that stick. How big are you, mate? Oh, not out of trouble yet. Oh yeah. Oh, he's a cracker. And he just hooked. I better grab the net. Come on, mate. Oh, don't get off. That was the tiniest tap on the drop. Oh, he's only just hooked. It's not as big as I thought he was going to be. Steady, mate, steady. Oh yeah, he's a good fish. 46.5 to the tips. And just over 44 fork. Lovely fish. Really good neck, but he has, or she has spawned. A little bit slabby. Alright. I was lucky to get her out. Ooh, you're ready, aren't you, love? She's going to go through under the kayak.
That bass fishing out of the kayak is just so much fun. I actually got out a couple of times this week before the rain and the wind set in, and I was fortunate enough to catch my new personal best estuary perch, an absolute cracker that measured 51 centimetres to the tail tips and about 49 centimetres to the fork of the tail. I've caught a few almost that big in the past, but never one quite that big. And to get it on a surface lure out of the kayak was just the icing on the cake. No wonder I love this time of year so much. Now, talking about someone who absolutely loves his fishing, Shroom is one of the most enthusiastic anglers I've ever seen. I love his stuff. He's going to take us fishing today on some different waters around Sydney. He's actually going to travel in pursuit of fish, but I won't steal his thunder. I'll let him tell you what his clip's all about. Over to you, Shroom.
Thanks a lot, Starlo. I really enjoyed that really magical clip there, chasing bass off the kayak. And I think, like everyone at home watching, myself, I'm looking forward to be back out on the road again. You know, whether it's moving up and down the coast or towards the fresh, like where Starlo went, or basically just spreading your wings a bit and just heading into areas that you weren't able to access before. You know, where people are more out and about and just being amongst it. And that's what's going to be presented in the next segment. Here I'm on the Sydney Harbour system. We're basically fishing right in the middle of the city, Sydney City. Everyone's out and about. People are walking, jogging, walking their dogs, pushing their prams. And I really like being in amongst it in those kinds of areas, not just in the brown waters, back up the rivers from where I've been stuck at with the 5-kilometre limit. And guys, it's just a lot more interesting for me. I get to fish more blue water, more options, more species, just like you guys would too. So sit back and enjoy this next segment.
I know there's brim here, but there definitely snags too, so I don't want to be banging against the bottom.
Scotty, guys, in the bay, in the Sydney Harbour Parramatta River system, just having a look beneath me. The water is putrid. I'm going to try with the hard bodies first up.
Alright, first up, what do we have here? Crack this open. I'm going to give this Daiwa Silver Wolf crankbait a run first up. There we go, on. Nothing significant, but fish on, guys. Second cast. And looks like we picked up a little Brembo. So, looks like we've made the right change. Go out in front. There we go, on. Oh, I dropped it, that was a good one too. On the pause. That's the kind of action we're looking for. Spewing, I wonder what that was, that first one. Oh no, it's taking a treble. What happened to my trebles? I've only got 2. Alright guys, I've just gone to my tackle box and I'm just taking off some trebles off another lure. I'm going to replace those ones that are slightly bigger, slightly stronger, and most importantly, there's going to be 3 prongs instead of 2. See guys, I'm pretty much just looking over the edge. See all those rocks, right? Sometimes they're just there, even if it's pretty much midday. You can see the sun's just right there. Now guys, I'm getting some weird looks as I go around here, so plenty of people out and about. But there's 50,000 of you, so I best keep going. Look, we're gonna continue grinding, guys. Well, I guess it's not really a grind. We've just kind of had a bit of a moment with the hard bodies, and now I'm just gonna try with the plastics. The only problem is I'm battling dogs in the water and all kinds of bad conditions. You guys can probably see behind me there's that jetty. I'm gonna give that a go. So that's where we're walking around the corner now. Caught one brim so far, so we're off a donut. So we know that this works. But for the amount of casts that we're doing, is there something a bit more effective? Yeah, they're certainly following it. We'll try a little one first while I can still see by looking above on the water. Get some more data for you. So what have we got? What's the Shroom got here with him? So here's the box, guys. Let's open up the stash. This Gladiator Bingo might be the go. It's a bit of a fat one though. Bit of a fatter diver, but definitely smaller. The hooks are a bit suspect. And we've got the Strike Pro one, which has no hooks. Alright, we can't go that way. We're going to go here, Gladiator Bingo. Quite similar, so I'll hold up the shad. This was the Daiwa Silver Wolf shad, and that's the Bingo, smaller.
Big brim going through there.
Just right under that pontoon. They're still skipping around those prawns. Or fish, yeah. Actually, they're probably... I think they're jelly prawns, those ones.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Time to find out. I have no idea. Check that out. There we go, nice tailor right there. I'm gonna move spots. Just a couple of really small fish, a brim and a tailor. Just getting out of here now. It's a hot one. There we go, straight away, straight away, straight away, straight away, straight away, first cast. But that was a good run. Stay away from that boat, please. Stay away from the edge, there's oysters everywhere. It's right up against the bank. Oh, that's rubbing, rubbing. Bit of rubbage action. Oh, he's out now. He's just there. Oh, wow. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, snapped. How lucky is that? So glad that I stuck around with this lure, this profile first, that thinner minnow style. Changed it to a brown color because the water is a little bit clear. It's not apparent, like I said, because of the overcast conditions, and we picked up this fella right here. That's it, that's the shot. Let him go. And I just want to point out that all those rocks there are lined with oysters, and that is pretty much why there's going to be brim all the way along here. Just needed to find that right color. It's looking pretty good right now. If I could pick up a few more. Strike Pro, here we go. Just a subtle change and it's made the difference. See if we pick up a few more. Look at that, right on. Can't believe it. This is third cast. This one's a flatty. This one's a flatty, guys. Let's give me some stick over here. Maybe it's not a flatty. Maybe it's not, maybe it's a brim. I'm gonna lock up a bit more. My gosh, what's going on there? All right, I'm gonna have to do what we did before and just walk, pull it out of there. Because I don't want to touch my drag too much. No way, no way. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on here? No way. No way, this is a good fish. This is a good fish. This is a good fish. Oh, wow. Wow. This must be a good fish. It's taken a while to control this guy. My gosh. What do you guys reckon? Please don't find the bottom. Please don't find rocks. What's going on here? What's going on here? Rod tip high. What are you doing, mate? Oh, you're putting me under the pump. No way. Heart rate shooting up, guys. Okay, I'm getting nervous. I'm getting nervous. I see color. What do you guys reckon it is? What do you guys reckon it is? What do you guys reckon it is? Don't want to pull anything. How could I have so much energy? It's going against the side once again. Oh my gosh. It's good fish, whatever it is. I doubt it's a brim now. Just walking to the right, guiding it. I'm gonna guide it to the beach. Oh my gosh, I felt something slip there. I felt something slip. Whatever it is, your guess is as good as mine. We've been fighting for about 5 minutes. Still going. It was the third cast. Look at that. It's just pumping. It's just grinding out a few meters. I've been walking to the right. My gosh. Yes, it's been 5 minutes and I don't think I was recording properly, but still, you can see that it's still going hard. It's up against the side a bit. I don't want to pull a hook now. This is some good pressure. Oh, almost slipped in a crack on the ground there. Gotta watch my step. Come on, hold up. My heart rate is like boom, 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 boom. What is it? Look at that. It's just right there. It scared something off the top. Doesn't want to come in. There's a bit of current out that way, so it's just... Oh, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. It's just right there, out of sight. All right, here we go. What have we got? There we go, walk back. Yes, got him. Just got to hold it there. Looks like the tail treble. Keep it tight, keep it tight, keep it tight. I'm coming, buddy. I'm coming for you. Keep it tight. Yes. Ah, trevally, guys. Not bad, guys. Not bad. What a silver trevally. What a silver trevally. Got to make sure that those hooks, yeah, that should be fine. Look at that. I got a good hook up on the tail and underneath. Don't think it was getting away unless I was putting too much pressure. Then I would have just ripped it out of its flesh. They pull so hard, trevally. They pull so hard for their size, and half the time they're pulling so hard that they just rip the hook straight out. All right, guys, just quickly let that fish go just then and there. That trevally took that lure. As you can see, it's just floating over there. Let me get it in for you guys. Just pull that in. There it is. Strike Pro. Can't believe it. Just a little change like that, right? Can't believe that made all the difference. Now this plastic here, I did retrofit it with owner ST14s. I think 12s or 12s or 14s. I think they're 14s. Super sticky. Now a question I get asked is, can you use hard bodies anywhere in the Parramatta River? And the answer is, well, the short answer is yes. You can use pretty much the same hard bodies that you see in my videos and do the same kinds of actions and retrieves, and you'll catch fish pretty much anywhere. But you have to remember that there may be better options. You know, these crankbaits that I'm using, well, you know, I use surface and all kinds of other hard bodies as well, but let's just referring to crankbaits in general. Okay, there might be, you know, hard bodies come in all kinds of styles and actions, and they're made to be fished in certain ways. There's a lot of unique shapes and unique techniques out on the market. And so, yeah, in general, you have hard bodies that'll cover pretty much every situation that you can think of fishing in Parramatta River. There we go, on. We're on there, pulled it. Pulled that one. Hooks may be getting a little bit blunt. We've caught a few fish now. So the Strike Pro has a much more subtle action. I can feel it, it's not so strong. Some hard bodies have a really strong action and some don't. This one doesn't. So today they prefer this color, and maybe the action as well is contributing to that. I would say that I'm not really hitting the bottom up until about halfway in, or towards, yeah, the half towards me. Here we go. What's that? Got it. I paused it and we got it. I was like, what's that? This is what's that, guys. Oh my gosh. I don't know if that's going to show up on the camera there. I was just looking at it thinking, there's my lure, and out of the blue, this thing just comes zipping in. I'm like, what's that? See, that was no problem at all. I guess that's why I grab it the way I do. I don't have troubles doing that. There's no need to just change it up. And out comes that corner treble, tail treble. Came rushing in and rushing back out. Really nice overcast conditions today, and they were tuned on that hard body, that Strike Pro. Can't wait to get back out here. But for now, guys, if you want to keep watching, I'm going to put up a couple of videos on the channel. If you got any questions, make sure to put it down in the comment section down below. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. There's always new videos coming, and I'll catch you guys next time.
How good was that? And what an epic fight that Silver Trevally put up. It really had me guessing as to what he had on. They go so hard, especially on that light gear. And the enthusiasm and the excitement of Shroom hooked up to that fish really came through in that clip for me. But talking about enthusiasm and excitement, Robbie Alexander from Robbie Fishing is really looking forward now to being able to travel back to one of his favourite places on the planet. It's in the Riverina area of southern New South Wales, and he hasn't been able to cross the border and fish there for nearly 2 years. He's really looking forward to getting back there. Sure, the fishing's good, but what Robbie really likes about it, I think, is the nature and the wildlife. And a lot of you who follow Robbie will know that he's a really, really good photographer. He takes fantastic wildlife shots, and I know that when he's in this part of the world, that's one of the things that he loves to do. But of course, he's got a couple of lines in the water as well. Let's check in on Robbie now.
G'day folks, I'm out in Riverina, New South Wales. I've been doing a bit of photography today. I photographed some brolgas, some emus, some kangaroos. I've just had a wonderful time, and now there's only 2 or 3 hours left of the day. I'm going to pull up on the bank of the creek here, drown some worms and see if I can catch a fish. If I do, it'll most likely be a carp, but there are other species in this creek, and if I'm lucky I might catch one. But when I come out here to Riverina, New South Wales, it's not always about the fish, it's about the environment. This is one of my favourite places. I love it here. Let's go and see if I can catch a fish to end what has been a great day. GoPro, stop recording. GoPro, stop recording. Oh, hang on, that's not my GoPro, that's in my pocket. Now, last time I was here, I had this rod in over there close to those reeds, and that's exactly where I'm going to have it again this time. Right there in front of them reeds, and I caught an absolutely massive carp there too. Actually, last time I was here, I had a double hookup. I caught a couple of big carp. One was a big carp, a big carp, a big carp, and a couple of small ones. Anyhow, rod number 1's in. Let's stop talking crap and put rod number 2 in. Rod number 2 has got a bit. Rod number 2 has still got a fair bit of weight on it from a recent fishing trip. So I might put that right over there near them reeds. There's a fair bit of current out there. With this other rod, there's not too much current. There's a bit of a backwater here, but out there against those reeds, there's quite a lot of current. So I can go out there because it's got the extra weight on it. Time to play the waiting game. Time to play the relaxation game. This rod just had a bite. It's been in like about 10 seconds. Look at this! Whoa, it's like pulled me bloody rod in the river. Oh. Whoa! I've only been here 5 minutes. I've had one bite and then he went away. And then I just kind of sat down and it comes straight back. I just put the rod in. Come out of there. That's what I came here for. Well, it's not what I came here for. I just came here to catch a fish, but that's what I expected I might catch when I came here. There we go. One Riverina mud marlin. There we go, folks. I've been here 5 minutes and I'm already on the board. Rightio, rod number 2. I'll put you back over there in that corner where you were. I was there for like not even 5 minutes, and in the first 5 minutes it had 2 really nice bites, one of which resulted in a hookup and catching a carp. Look at this, straight away. He's got it, he's got it. Got him, another one. My God. I haven't even been here 10 minutes and I've already hooked up the 2 carp. Assuming this is a carp. If it's not, it's something big. If this isn't a carp, then it's a damn big redfin. It is a carp, just as I expected. Got mud all over his nose. I've never seen that before. It's like I've been digging a hole like my dog. Ah, come back here. I haven't got a landing net or lip grips or anything today. I'm really unprepared. I haven't been here 10 minutes and I've already caught 2. Oh dear, I'm getting drenched. Right, there we go. There we have it, folks. Carp number 2 in less than 10 minutes. That is so awesome. Righty, I'll put rod number 2 back where it was. I kid you not, I've been here 10 minutes and I've already caught 2 carp. I have not even had a chance to run through what I'm doing exactly today, what bait I'm using or anything. I haven't even had a chance to sit on my esky lid and have a drink. Right, I've been here about an hour. Now in the first 2 minutes I caught 2 carp on that rod there on the right hand side, and then nothing. Before I even had a chance to sit on my the lid on my esky and have a drink, I caught 2 fish, but then it's gone dead and I've caught nothing since. Now I've got 2 rods in. They're both rigged almost identically. They've both got a paternoster rig with a small hook and a small sinker and a bunch of worms. I'm using worms on both rods. I have got corn with me, and I thought about putting some corn on because corn is a dynamite bait for carp. But the thing is, I know there are a few catfish in this waterway. There's a few redfin from time to time and possibly even a golden perch. And I'm not sure whether those fish will take the corn. Every time I come up here, I know that when I catch a fish, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a carp, but it's always in the back of my mind that I could catch one of those other species, something a bit more desirable. And I think that by using corn, I'm making that even less likely to happen. So by using worms, I'm more likely to catch one of those more desirable fish. Just getting a little bit of a nibble here. You can just sort of see it pulling slowly. I reckon something's sucking on that. I'll pick it up. Got him. Not very big. Another little carp is my guess. Similar size to the last 2, I reckon. Yep, nailed it. Wow. They must have all been spawned at once. They're all exactly the same size. Oh no, it's phone ringing. I know who this is. Righto folks, I caught another carp, carp number 3, you're now going to answer the phone. Here we go. Surely I've got to catch at least 1 fish on this rod today. The black queen never fails. The black queen never fails. Yeah, something's pulling it. Something's swimming with it a bit. Pulling, pulling, pulling. Got him. Ha ha ha! The black queen never fails, folks. The black queen never fails. A rod that's older than I am. And I'm so old that my beard's grey. If this fishing rod could go grey, it'd be grey too. Look at that. Beach that. Carpio number 4EO. Rightio folks, I'm about to pull both rods in and head home. It's about an hour and a half back to my place from here. Who would drive an hour and a half to catch carp? Oh, I'll get a bite. I would. I might catch one more yet before I go, if I'm lucky. Thanks very much for watching. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, why not do so? And I'll see you in the next video.
What a beautiful part of the world. I can see why Robbie enjoys spending time there, fishing and catching yabbies and just kicking back, sitting on that esky lid that he talks about, drinking a cold one and just soaking in nature. As the old man in the castle said, how's the serenity? Pretty good. All right, now something entirely different. Back into the vaults. We're going to have a look at a clip from the Rex Hunt Fishing Adventure days, and it's Rex on King Island, which is in Bass Strait. Now, Flinders Island, which is at the eastern end of Bass Strait, tends to get the most publicity, but King Island, which is at the western end of Bass Strait, not too far north of Tasmania, has a lot of charms of its own and some great fishing. I've never actually been there, but watching this clip from Rex, I'm pretty keen to add it to my bucket list. See what you reckon.
Thank you, Mother, for the rabbits. The old bearded burbler, he's in his element. It's just like nature. It's what we're all about. Wagons ho! Have a look at that! Just when they think it's safe to come out. Not an animal! Bang! I guess in the end, that's probably why we all go fishing.
Well, another beautiful day has dawned on King Island, and that is in the middle of Bass Strait, south of Victoria and north of Tasmania. And here is Narracupa. Now, it's on the eastern seaboard, and believe it, don't go looking at me like that. This is Rod Fisher. That's right, fishing rod, fisherman. And I tell you what, you're a local, and you just love this joint, don't you?
Beautiful place, Rex.
Why is it such an attractive place for you as an angler?
Such a diverse array of coastline and opportunity to fish so many different species, so many different sort of areas. Due to the fact of the island, if wind's coming in from one way, then we've got the opportunity, we'll go around to the other side of the island, get a nice bit of shelter, and away we go.
So no matter where the weather's coming from, there's always a windward and there's always a lee, and I tell you what, that is just sensational. Now, today, you've made a big effort, you and the crew, to put something together for us, and what have you got?
Well, hopefully, Rex, we're going to go up here around the corner into Fraser Bluff. There's a nice deep channel there and about 19, 20 metres of water. We'll have a few little drifts through there and see how we go. We're getting a few gummy shark and a few snapper, a few flathead out there as well, so I reckon that's the first point of call.
Well, it sounds like bread and butter fish, and that's what we're all about, because everyone can do this. You can come down here and you can drift for gummies and you can drift for snapper and you can catch the humble flathead, which is still one of my favourite eating fish. Rexy and Rod Fisher. Yeah, I'm serious. It'll be a fantastic day. Reef. Took me under the reef, did he? I've got to lift him up. Come out of that reef. Come out of that reef, mate. Some sort of parrotfish, I reckon, because he took me under the reef. Come on. Come on. Yep, we come. It is a blue throat wrasse, or what a lot of people call just a blue throat or a blue throat parrotfish. Now, these are an interesting species. Now, they're a member of the tuskfish family, and irrespective of what people tell you, these are very, very good eating. Now, you see me catch bald chin groper, and he actually took both hooks. I took the top hook out, and I took the bottom hook out. And that bottom hook is well and truly in you. And these particular fish are just all power. Have a look at those teeth, and that is where they get the name parrotfish. Where they get the name blue throat, is obvious. He is as slippery as a slide. I'll just put him back there and away he goes. Absolutely beautiful. And what they do is they live in little caves and they can back into them, and then when a prey goes past they go like that. Or just in an afternoon they might feel like a snack and they just go bang and get on the side of the reef.
Yep, we've got a flathead here, Rex.
Good, lift him in. Oh, he's a nice fish. He is a nice fish. Now, I tell you what, that's 700 grams of beautiful flathead, a beautiful eating fish. Sand flathead. He loves that particular rubble that Rodney has put us over here. And just stop kicking, mate. We might just roll you over on your stomach and tickle you. And just grab him like that. That's the way to grab a flathead. Let mum or dad show you. And then you can just lift that out of there. Look at that, look at those spines. Now, he is the master of disguise. He can get down there and just blend in with the rubble, and they are like a Murray cod. They look very, very docile, but when a feed comes around, they're like me, folks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give him to Rod, and Rod can fix him up because he's going back and in the frying pan. And I tell you what, I'm a very, very docile fella, and I know that I'm watching this at home as we speak. And I've said to Lynn, oh, there's someone at the door. So she's at the front door now because I knew when it was coming up. And it's just like me. I'm a little bit docile. But I tell you what, at 8 o'clock in the morning, King Island Bakery. Lamingtons, low fat, no cholesterol. Bang. You can have one, boy. Well, there's about 19 metres of water were under us, and a pilchard and a bit of squid, and I tell you what, it's the normal lucky dip. That noise you can hear is that new super line going through, and you can just pick up every kick on the tail. I reckon this might be a gurnard. And we have to have a little bit of education here, folks, because the gurnard, you've seen these at Flinders Island with Jim Luddington. And Michael is going to just show you right around the whole perimeter of that beast that is a no-no. You don't even touch it. If you want to get the hook out, make sure that it's worth it, because I can tell you now, if you get stung by that, you will experience some excruciating pain. There's no doubt about that. Now, they're a member of the scorpion fish family, and you know, other types of fish like cobblers and that I've caught as a young kid. But believe it or not, the ugliest fish in the sea can be the most beautiful to eat, and the firm white flesh of the gurnard is fantastic. But the old gurnard, he's the old vacuum cleaner of the sea. He'll grab anything, just like this bloke grabbed a piece of squid. This is a nice and quiet day for me. Usually, you know, there's yelling and screaming and all excitement, but it's a real bottom bouncing day. Just, you never know what you get on the lucky dip. And I tell you what, the old Narracoopa Pier, have a look at it. The sad thing is, they're going to pull it down, but the legend has it that $750,000 needs to be spent to make it into just a tourism thing so a bloke can dangle a fishing rod on the end of it. Well, the economics and the sums just don't add up, folks. So bass straight, flathead, gurnard, blue-throated parrotfish, a lucky dip, folks. Not a bad place to pass the time of day when you got nothing else on your plate.
Good stuff, Rex. A bit of a mixed bag there. Nothing huge and spectacular, but a good feed of fish, and in really gorgeous surroundings. I mean, I just think that's a rugged part of the world down there, King Island, but it's somewhere that I'd really like to go and wet a line. I know they get some pretty good fish there at times. Ooh, and the heavens have just opened up again as I'm speaking to you. I can hear the rain on the tin roof. We've had quite a bit of rain this week. It's going to be good though for all the systems. It's giving them a bit of a flush out. I think we're really finally about to see spring kick into gear. It's been a little bit slow in my part of the world, but it's starting to happen now. Now look, I've got a very important announcement to make tonight before we wrap up. We always told you that the hub was mostly here to get you through the limitations of COVID lockdowns and not being able to travel to all your favourite places. As I said at the opening, that's all starting to lift now. So instead of coming to you weekly, we're going to switch over to monthly. That's going to give us all a chance to do a little bit more fishing too. So we're going to come to you at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Summertime on the second Thursday night of each month for the next few months. That means that the next show will be on Thursday the 11th of November. Now that should be an easy date to remember because that's Remembrance Day, the 11th of November. We'll be on that night at 8 p.m. Eastern Summertime. You can watch us all over the country, you can watch us all over the world, and you can watch us on any one of our YouTube channels. My Starlo Gets Real YouTube channel, the Rex Hunt Fishing Adventures YouTube channel, Shroom's Shroom Fishing channel, and of course, Robbie Alexander's Robbie Fishing channel. We'd love you to take the time to subscribe to each one of our channels, and while you're at it, ring that little bell icon and it'll tell you whenever we put up a new video clip, and we're all putting up video clips all the time. Oh, I finally finished my how to catch luderick or blackfish clip, and that went up this week, and it's getting great feedback. I've never put so much work into a video clip in my life. I shot it all myself, edited it all myself. Yeah, I'm a little bit proud. Go and check it out, have a look at it. It's called Luderick and Long Rods, and it's probably, I think it's still the latest one to go up on my Starlo Gets Real YouTube channel, so please check it out. Look, thanks for sticking with us through the last month or so. I know a lot of you have actually tuned in every Thursday night, and even if you haven't, you've watched the show later on our YouTube channels, because you can watch them all. You can go back to the very first one, the one we did on land-based and rock fishing well over a month ago now, and you can watch them all on our YouTube channel. So do that if you've missed out on any of them, because there's some great content in there. We've really enjoyed bringing you this show each week, and we're going to enjoy having the time and the luxury to produce perhaps a little bit more professionally and put everything together really nicely for a once-a-month program on the Fishing Hub in the future. So until the 11th of November, when we hope to catch you again, this is Starlo wishing you tight lines. Get back out there and get into your fishing.